Hey everybody, this is Soumangue Bass, four-star manager with Numis Network, and I'm here with the new five-star director, Mr. Keith Kurth, all the way in beautiful Schofield Barracks, Hawaii. Keith, how are you doing today?
Doing great, Soumangue. How you doing?
Man, I'm doing fantastic. I'm just so impressed, so proud, so excited for you of what you have accomplished in just about less than 60 days, less than 90 days. And if you could just tell everybody about who you are, what do you do for a living, and just your results over the last 60 plus days.
Yeah, my name is Keith Kurth. I'm originally from South Texas, a beautiful city called Corpus Christi. I came in the Army when I was about 17 years old, and I've been in the Army for 13 years now. The Army is the only thing I've ever done, the only thing I've ever known. I've never done any network marketing in the past, never done any sales, never had any interest in it. And a good friend of mine, Glenn Butler, I'm stationed with out here in Schofield Barracks, brought Numis to my attention. And it kind of intrigued me, but being the pessimist that I am, said, no, it's a pyramid scheme. I'm not going to have anything to do with it. It's just a way to lose my money.
All right.
Somebody's going to get my money. It just won't be me.
All right.
But I've had to join Numis anyway, and been in Numis for about 3 months now, and I've had nothing but just success. And I'm so happy to be a part of Numis because the leadership, the company, and the product that we deal with, it's just a can't miss system.
That's awesome, man. So tell me a little bit, what was it that kind of really intrigued you about Numis Network? I know my buddy Glenn was talking to you about it a couple days before you even got started. So what was the kicker for you? What was the aha moment for you?
Yeah, it was about Glenn had been talking to me for about 2 weeks about it, and I just kind of, I would go out to lunch with him, and I'd look at his coin. I really liked the coin. I was going to buy some coins anyway, but I really didn't want to have no part of the sales portion of it. And then I sat down and did my taxes for the year 2012. And last year, my wife graduated college, and my son started kindergarten. So there was two big tax write-offs I didn't get anymore. Having a full-time student in the house, and then also daycare for my son all year long. And Uncle Sam really got a hold of me. My tax return was in the red this year. And it's the first time it's ever happened, and I knew I needed to do something differently. And Glenn had mentioned the tax benefits, so I started doing a little more research, and I realized that the tax benefits are 100% real, and they're written. The tax codes are written by business owners, and being a member of Numis, I am my own business owner.
Mm-hmm. That's fantastic. Now, when you first got started, you just initially said you never done network marketing before. So what'd you do to get success just within the first week? What was it that kind of allowed you to get that success so quickly?
So the first time that Glenn sent me some information about Numis, I looked at it briefly, had no idea what any of the stuff meant. Network marketing used terms that I just wasn't familiar with, and I didn't have a clue. So I asked my brother, who had done some network marketing in the past and was not successful. And the first time that I sent it to him, he sent me an email back to stay away from it. It's the worst thing in the world. Don't have anything to do with it. And I started reading more into it, and it was just nothing about network marketing that intrigued me. So I started talking to some other family members and friends that didn't have network marketing experience and just explained it to them from what I understood and got their viewpoint and their questions. And I took them back, and I was drilling Glenn every single day. Hey, what about this? What about this? What about this? And there was a legitimate, people answer for everything that he said. And I was like, you know what? Let's give it a try.
I can remember when Glenn was asking you those when you were getting those questions, because he would be calling me, hey, Soumangue, what about this? What about that? I'm like, man, just send them the tool. You don't have to explain things. But now I can see why he was asking me all those questions. So Keith, you decided to come up to Dallas to a big-time mastermind event, which had Larry Thompson, who's probably one of the godfather of network marketing, 60 years of network marketing experience, and he's built billion-dollar company and helped millions and thousands of people become millionaires. What was your take? Well, first off, you flew all the way from Hawaii to Dallas, Texas. Now, why did you do that? And what did you get out of that event?
And I'd say by the time that Dallas hit, I had just hit my 2-month mark in Numis. And I had a couple of people that were really interested in Numis, and they signed up for Numis, and then they gave it a shot for about a month. and didn't really give it a good effort. They just kind of explained it to one or two people and then, went about their way. And they ended up quitting. And I started noticing that the difference between what they were doing and what I was doing is that I was actually participating in everything every single week, and not just, going along with the flow trying to do my own thing. And I knew by going to Dallas that was going to be my way of participating in the company and learning something new and getting something a little bit further on in my career.
Fantastic. Can you put back? I mean, if you were you're in the military, I'm in the military, and a lot of folks that get into network marketing, they think it's going to be a get rich quick. But do you see any similarities, kind of like how it is in the military? Like we have a system, a stepping ladder, and how to achieve certain ranks, and you had extremely great success. But however, in reality, I want to hear your take on that, like the similarities you think you see from, just a regular military organization versus the network marketing industry.
Yeah, and the way the company is set up is very, very similar when it comes to promotions, and getting paid more and moving along. It's not a get rich quick. I mean, this is a long-term way to improve your financial health, but it's not, you just can't join, sit on your haunches and wait for somebody to make you rich. It actually takes work. I mean, if you don't actually go out and talk to people and share the opportunity, you're never going to sign anybody up. You're never going to be successful. And then you're going to tell everybody that network marketing is the biggest scam in the world.
Yeah.
But if you're not actually 100% committed to making yourself financially stable, then you're not going to get there. And I realized that, the only way that I was going to be able to meet my, long-term goals of being able to retire at a young age is if I put the work in now. And that's what I'm doing. I put the work in now, and I have certain benchmarks that I can see. I have short-term goals. I've got long-term goals. I know that I need to put in this many people and get this much volume in order to get to the next rank. When I get to the next rank, my pay is going to increase. And just like in the military. And I know that in 6 months, I want to be here. And in 12 months, I want to be here. And in 2 years, I want to be here. So I have short-term goals, long-term goals, keeps me focused. I participate in the webinars. I go to the events. I do as much as I can with the company in the spare time that I do have. And it's really been a huge success. The leaders in this company are just amazing.
That's awesome. And you're talking about the people in this company, particularly, I'm assuming you're talking about the founders and some of the leadership you met. What is it about the founders especially that you met over the weekend over Dallas that really grasped your attention and that has you raving about them all the time?
And I talked to Chris a few times on the phone on a couple different webinars before I actually got to meet him. And I talked to Jake once or twice, and I really didn't even know I even existed until we got to Dallas.
A lot of people don't.
Yeah. Once we got to Dallas, I remember the first night, Friday night, we did the Numis presentation to all the new people that wanted to join. And we all went downstairs to the lobby. We were just hanging around, me and my brother. The same brother that told me don't get in Numis, don't even do anything with network marketing, it's the biggest scam. He joined, put in 4 people in a week, and qualified for the national expansion team. So he was there in Dallas with me. So me and my brother were just sitting in the lobby, just catching up because we're stationed so far around the world. And Jake and Chris just both walked up to us, say, "I'm Jake, I'm Chris," and just introduced. And we sat there for about an hour and a half and just talked about life. It had nothing to do with business. There was no sales pitch. There was nothing else. They're interested in knowing you as a person and not getting to know you so they can exploit how much money you can make. I mean, these guys are legitimately out to help people. I've never been involved in a company where, they obviously have money or they wouldn't have started a company. But they started a company for all the right reasons, and they actually walk the walk and talk the talk. I mean, they're there to help people. They're not there to get rich on, the customers that they're recruiting over here.
Awesome, man. And we have a big competition contest going on with regards to the Cabo San Lucas Mexico trip, which is really about getting 10 people in 4 months, which is pretty cool. And I know you're definitely going to be on that trip pretty soon, probably the end of this month, this recording. But I'm sure you're excited about that, probably to take your wife and family out there on that beautiful, all expense paid vacation. And then is there anything else about Numis that really you would like to share with people watching this at this time?
I had a lot of people, and some of the new people that have signed up in my network, they come across, people want to complain about the coins. Well, coins are so overpriced. Well, the coin is a perfect graded coin by a third party. It is a collectible. You're never going to melt that coin down. You have a perfect coin. Why would you ever melt it down and try to recreate something else? It is a collectible because it is perfect. And I get a lot of people like, well, you're not really getting silver for free. Oh, yes, I am. I promise you, I'm getting silver for free. And I get a lot of people say, well, if there's all these benefits, then how's the company making money? I really don't care how the company makes money. There's 3 very wealthy men that started this company, and I'm making money. So how do I care how they're making their money? I know that I am making more money than I put into Numis, and all it takes is a little bit of effort. And I genuinely feel like I'm sharing a perfect opportunity for people that want to improve themselves financially.
Fantastic. And we'll definitely end at that note. For those of you watching this is Keith Kurth, new 5-star director within Numis in less than 90 days. I'm telling you, that is record time for somebody to go 5-star. Probably Keith Kurth just broke the record, hands down. And it's just only the beginning. There's going to be many more Keith Kurths, maybe you, if you're watching this. For those of you that are watching and you want to get in touch with Keith Kurth, Keith, what's the best way they can reach you at, by any ways?
You can look me up on Facebook, Keith.Kurth, or you can email me to my Gmail account. It's c34golf@gmail.com. And I'm also on YouTube. I'll be commenting on the videos, so you can look me up and message me on YouTube.
Fantastic. And I'm going to put that on the bottom of this recording where you guys can connect with Keith. If you want to partner with him, definitely. We'd love to have you on our team. Keith is a rising star in Numis and is going to be one of the great ones. And for those of you watching, hope you enjoyed and you got a lot of value. And we look forward to you joining our organization. So without further ado, we wish you a great time and mahalo.
Thanks for having me, Soumangue.
No problem, brother. Thanks for being on.